we bring you news from the Weirdverse 2, 3, and sometimes 4 times a week. Not much is off topic because we embrace our weird on our quest to expand our minds. You can find our team discussing everything from world history, weird science, chemistry, cryptozoology, lost civilizations, and holistic and health healing practices. Created by authors, researchers, and mystics, Weird Realities is for those looking to meet others who challenge them to think outside of what is considered normal and wonder, what if?
Happy Thursday, Weirdlings. Are
Howdy.
you ready for a night of cocaine and Grizzlies?
She's talking about the movie, and she's not talking about the grizzly bears you're thinking of, Ash.
Heavens.
I'm glad we were able to get a theme going. I was worried we weren't going to get a theme going for this one.
Hi, Mike.
Too many bear movies. Hey, Mike. Hi,
Who's my
Landa.
favorite Landa?
As y'all know, I am Hadley Thorne, and I'm here with those shenanigators. Scott Baker, Rich Restucci, the Dong Lady herself, Miss Jen Sammons, and the one, the only, Alan Gamboa.
Craggle's wild.
Hi, Greg. Hi,
Greg.
Ash.
Ah, see, right there. Ash loves those Grizzlies.
Did we
Just
start it?
it's out, buddy.
All right, guys. So who wants to start this week? And I've got a lot of built up snark. So
Okay.
I
Do we
know
want to
that
start? Do we want
our
to start?
series ended last week, but
Do we want to start with the worst of the two?
no, because that's going to be a lot.
Oh, yeah. Let's save that for.
All right. All right.
I'm not sure any of us are going to give that a glowing review. So,
No.
so we can. Let's start
Hi,
with
Alan.
Cocaine Bear.
No, I want to do Grizzly too.
Okay.
I want to do Grizzly too. I prepared a lot of
Well,
stock.
we can all rip up Grizzly too. So Cocaine Bear it's a brand new movie. It's 2023. It's directed by Elizabeth Banks, and it stars Kerry Russell, Margot Martindale, Ray Liotta, Alden Ehrenreich, O'Shea Jackson Jr., and Jesse Tyler Ferguson. This movie, it surprised me because it was very gory, and I wasn't expecting it. And it's about a drug runner who drops his cargo over the mountains in the woods, and this bear just happens to find it. And apparently bears like cocaine, because this one was just going nuts with the cocaine. It's just covered in coke the whole time, and it decided, you know what, I just want to kill everyone. And it did. It it came out, and it just decided this bear wanted to hurt people. I don't know if that's what happens when bears, decide to, flame on, as it were. But this particular bear decided that it needed to eat and destroy and kill anyone that was even near its cocaine stash or its cubs. And again, it did so. Some of the acting in this was just great. One of my favorite actresses is Margot Martindale. And she's in this movie, and she's funny. She's always funny. And she does some funky stuff in this movie. I don't want to really wreck it for anybody and tell you what happens, but like I said, there's a lot of blood and a lot of people die. Jesse Tyler Ferguson is Margot Martindale's sort of pseudo boyfriend, and she is a ranger, and he's just like, I don't know, some kind of nerd. I don't know what the hell he is. Drugs get dropped. Bear eats the drugs, starts killing everybody. These two kids have gone off into the woods to just hang out for the day. Bear chases the kids. Mom comes to find the kids. Mom hooks up with the rangers. Then the drug dealers come, and hilarity ensues. Because honestly, if you can stand the gore, this is a funny movie. There's a lot to be had with this bear. Even though the bear doesn't play a huge part of it, when it's in there, it doesn't mess around, and it really does harm a lot of people and eat people and just destroy people. And if you're a fan of the gore, this is your movie. That's kind of what I got about it. What did you guys think?
Hadley?
This movie was an unexpected pleasure.
Yes.
I didn't know that it would be this funny,
That's what
but it was had the right amount of ridiculousness that it didn't go too far into. I mean, first off, the bear would have died in reality. So you have to kind of just displace reality and just kind of enjoy the ride. And what a ride it is. It is a roller coaster of, did you see that? Did they go there? And OMG. I enjoyed it. But yeah, I thought it was a really, really fun movie.
Oh, good. Scott?
You know, I had mixed feelings when this came out, and everybody who saw it on Facebook was saying how great this was. It ranks up there with Violent Night as one of the best movies I've seen the last year. It is a riot. The bear's the comic relief, ironically. I mean, I don't know if they did it with a real bear, if they did it with not animatronic, CGI. But the bear high on cocaine is hilarious. And it is just, and then there's like one scene halfway through the movie where they find a bag of cocaine and they open it and there's a surprise in there. Apparently the cocaine grizzlies, not the only junkie in the forest. But it is great. And one thing I was pointing out earlier, the bear doesn't kill. Every character the bear kills, you don't like. You know, it's not like, oh my God, the bear just ate that little baby in the cat. No, the bear's killing off these people that are like begging to get killed off. You're like rooting for the bear for half of the movie. You know, the performances are good. I mean, yeah, the guy who, the park ranger who was the complete bear nerd, he was absolutely hilarious. I loved him. He fit the role. Margot, who played the park ranger, was great. The three hunks,
Yeah.
especially the blonde-haired kid. Oh my God, they were funny. It is a good movie. It's gory. It's gorier than you would think.
I was surprised.
I was a little surprised at some of the gore scenes too, but that made it God, I can't believe I'm saying this. That made it more realistic. But it's definitely worth the watch. This is a great. I've recommended it to my sister. I'm going to go down there some night and make her and the kids watch it with me because it's that good.
Yeah. Well, it is at heart, it's a heartwarming family movie. Really.
Yes.
Really. You strip away all the gore and that drug use.
The arterial spray and the drug use.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's how a mom would do anything for her kid, right?
Yeah.
I love the scene where the guy gets drugged up the tree. Well, the guy's up the tree and the bear comes up and gets him and just that's so gruesome. And then when it drops his body down and thunk. That's probably one of the most gruesome scenes in the movie. I really like that. And don't stand around Margot Martindale when she's shooting a gun, man.
Yeah.
That was hilarious. That scene. And like you said, the punks, those three punks that were robbing people and stuff, stealing her money and her stuff, those guys were great.
Well,
Yeah.
the scene with Ice Cube's son in the bathroom, that was hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think that's probably my favorite fight scene.
Which one was Ice Cube's son?
The
The
black,
other drug dealer, not Han Solo.
The drug dealer, the big one. Okay, yeah.
yeah. The one that looks like Ice Cube.
Yeah.
He actually played Ice Cube in Straight Outta Compton.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's in a movie, what's that Gerard Butler movie where he's a cop and they're bank robber, armored car robbers.
Oh yeah. Oh,
It's really good. Come on, what's that movie?
You gotta look it up.
It's an armored car robbery, and Ice Cube's son is actually kind of works out to be the mastermind of the whole thing. They're making a sequel to that one.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a good actor. He really is.
The scene that I loved, and I'm not giving anything away, is the scene when they're having the standoff at the gazebo and the bear shows up and the bear's walking around and it chooses Han Solo when it comes up to him. And you're thinking, this is it. Han Solo's going to get eaten. And it knocks him over and it gets on top of him and it's sniffing him and you're waiting for him to be ripped apart. And then the bear faints and falls on top of the guy and covers him.
Get her off me. How do you know it's a she?
Your vagina's on my face. So
Dennis
just picture
Dean,
like
that
a
one.
500-pound grizzly laying on your head.
Yeah, I love that part.
I think it was brilliantly written. I think it was the right movie for the right time.
Yeah, and Ray Liotta, he did a great, such a grandfather in that movie. You know that his grandson's running around. He leaves him in Indiana or somewhere, and he goes to get his drugs and. It's a crap. That was great. Right.
Landa, I wondered the same thing. And then depending on
He was Han Solo, so
yeah.
Certain fetishes, but we won't get into that.
We're gonna leave that. Yep.
Well, Craig actually has made me laugh a couple of times now. He actually said that I was just looking forward to the Grizzly dongs, which is true, by the way. And I'm pretty sure that Stoli was the vodka I was referring to, just to answer your question there, Craig. But there is, Ash had said something about the name dongs, because I'm going to let you guys do the dongs here in a second. But fun fact, Roman AK front grips are called dongs. Just
AK foregrips.
Thank you very much, Ash. What is it?
The
It's
fire grips, the ones that you hold to steady the gun.
Oh, okay.
Fun fact: Miss Jen is a very good shot. She likes her guns and ammo.
well, yeah, got to hold on to the dongs.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you don't have to worry, Landa, in this one. It's a female bear. So.
Yeah.
Both movies, it's a female bear.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Landa does try to stay away from the grizzly dongs. Me too, Landa.
This movie,
You don't piss off a mother. Period. I don't care what species it is. Of course, this wasn't a very good mother bear. I mean, she did allow her kids to use. So
you got to watch Craig there.
I will say that I was very surprised that the small children in this movie experimented with the cocaine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming either.
I don't know. I think I could say, I mean, they immediately spit it out. It's not like they did whole lines of it, but and they were pushing each other. They were like, daring each other to do it to see which one was going to be the coolest.
Well, I'm not saying it wasn't realistic. I'm saying that it surprised me that the censors did not take that out.
Yeah.
So I think I just put this together. Is that the kid from Sweet Tooth?
Is it? I
Is
think
the
he
little
was
boy
the
the kid? Because I knew I had seen him someplace before, and it just came to me just now. Is he the kid? I got to look it up. I don't. I
My
love that.
favorite line was when somebody referred to him as that little girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it Margot Martindale that did that, or was it Jesse Tyler Ferguson? One of those.
I think it was the other one.
They were such jerks. That was great, though. I like the beginning when the lawyer's throwing out the cocaine out of the airplane, and he goes to jump and he hits himself out, falls
Don't do
out.
that.
Now, see, I'm wondering if that's part of the original story.
It is. He did die.
But did he die because he was so stupid he hit the plane, or did he die when he landed?
I don't know. Who knows?
He landed pretty hard.
Yeah.
For those of you that don't
It is the kid.
know, this is actually based on a true story. Several years ago, a cocaine dealer was flying his plane. He was flying a private plane over the mountains, and he was throwing out the bags of cocaine, and he went to parachute out, and he never made it. They found him dead in his parachute on the ground. And they later found out that a grizzly bear, had ripped open and ate the cocaine and gone on a 24-hour cocaine high. They found trees ripped apart, indications of like he headbutted things. Nobody was around. Nobody was killed. So they decided to take that as that fun fact and turn it into one of the best movies I've seen in a year.
Black bear. I hate to correct.
Oh, is it a black bear?
It was a black bear, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. It was black.
Which are normally, and that's the thing, they're normally very passive.
Yeah, they're the ones who play dead, right? Actually,
Like if you just leave them alone, they're not going to bother you. You act like you're
Or is
big.
it-
Yeah, don't play with them. Just leave them alone.
Yeah.
Stay away
They're the
from
ones
them.
also mistaken for Bigfoot.
I'll tell you, they can climb like that too. I was 15 feet away from one that just shot its ass up a tree, man.
Oh.
I think it was a cinnamon bear, but it just whoop, right up the tree, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh,
It's
shit.
up there. It's up the tree in 3 seconds.
Yeah, those are the kind of bears that you have in your area, right?
Yeah. Yep, it's getting ready to be bear season, so I will have some videos of bears, hopefully.
Or is all the snow thawing out?
A little bit, but it's snowing in the next couple. This week will be snowing again. This coming week, so
Yeah.
When did it start snowing? It started snowing like in October, right?
yeah. No, December. It started snowing in December. This is a bad winter for that area. We usually don't have it that bad. Tahoe's a mess. Their houses are just covered in snow. I mean, snow up to their roofs.
Wow.
Insanity.
Yeah, it is.
Nevada.
Yeah, right. The desert.
Oh, there he is. Tully's in the house.
Hey, totally.
Hey, how you doing? Now, are you talking about going hunting bear or going hunting bear in the nude?
It's probably the latter.
With this group, it could be. Yeah, I wouldn't want to piss off a Kodiak grizzly.
No.
Nope.
Nope.
No, the smallest bears can definitely hurt you. So just leave them
Thank you.
alone.
Well,
What are we going to rate this one?
I always get the biggest kick out of the black bears in somebody's yard, and a chihuahua chases them away. Yeah.
Well, yeah, the animal control people, they had these dogs, and they were probably about the size of a terrier, and they were just chomping at the bit to get this bear, and they left just a wide enough space open in the back of their truck in the camper shell that this terrier just squeezed through, jumped out of the truck, treed this bear. This bear went 30 feet up in the air, up the tree, with this little terrier chasing it, So it's funny. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
You think they'd just, there goes 2 pieces of terrier,
I know, but there was like one video. It's like this mother bear and its cubs are walking along a fence, and this woman's 3 dogs are there, and they're small dogs. I don't think any of them was bigger than most of them were small. I think one was medium sized, and the bear's looking at them, and the bear's growling because it's got its cubs. And the woman comes, she's like about 20 years old. She comes out and pushes the bear off the fence, and then grabs her dogs and runs into the house. And the cubs are like, "What's going on?"
That's funny. That is funny.
So, what do we give this movie?
Hadley?
I'm going to go with a solid 4.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Well, I can't just have a 4. I mean, I guess I'll go with a 4.4 on this one. I really enjoyed this film.
Scott?
4.8. I love this movie. I was laughing so hard. So
I give 5. It was a fun movie. Recommend it. Definitely.
So
How many dongs did you give, Alan?
4.5.
Okay.
4.5 dong.
I gave almost all the dong. So
We gave just the tip.
All right.
Amanda gave it 5 dongs.
Good. So then.
And now we're going to go to Grizzly 2, and it's like Snark Tank right here. Come on.
Oh.
Bring on the
All right.
snark. I'm looking forward to it.
all right.
Go ahead, buddy.
Those of us that are old enough like me to remember, 1983, there was a made-for-TV movie called Grizzly.
No, it was a theater release, Scott.
Was it a theater release?
Theater. Yeah, I remember going to see
Grizzly? Oh, okay.
I saw it in the theater. Yeah.
All right, my bad.
No.
But they made a movie, 1983, low budget horror movie, Grizzly. It starred two of the biggest B actors of the time, Christopher George, Richard Jekyll.
Yep.
Movie. It was written by David Sheldon, and the movie became an instant hit. I mean, this movie far outgrossed anything they had hoped to imagine. And it was just about a very vicious, dangerous grizzly bear going after tourists in the mountains. So now, 3 years later, Hollywood thinks, what do we do best? We take a good movie and we screw it up every way we can. They got David to write Grizzly 2: The Revenge. Now, I'll give you a synopsis of the movie in about a minute. Mother bear's grizzly is hunted. A mother grizzly bear, her cub is killed by hunters. She goes all Charles Bronson Death Wish, and she goes around killing any human she can possibly see. And it all centers around a rock and roll concert being held nearby. The movie sucks. I would not waste my time with the movie, except for the fact that there's just so many stupid things about this movie. It starred originally, when they filmed it in 86, 3 teenagers who die at the beginning of it. No, you never heard of these people before. One was named George Clooney. He had 2 tiny roles before. A guy named Charlie Sheen. This was his first credited performance. And a young teenage girl, Laura Dern. She'd only had a few things to her credit. So they thought, yeah, we'll get these good-looking kids, and the kids get chewed up and eaten by the bears. And then it all devolves, the park rangers, like, we've got to stop it. And the zoologist, like, you can't hurt him. She's only protecting her cubs. So they go get the premier, the #1 Native American bear hunter in the country, played by John Rhys Davies. He's walking around like with a French accent, talking about hunting bears. It's ridiculous. But what makes the movie fun is that this movie they decided to film it in Hungary because it was much cheaper there. Plus, they were having this huge, gigantic music festival. So they thought they could center it around the music festival. Everything would be great. So they fly 300 actors and staff in, and all of a sudden, the Joe Proctor, who was the producer, went up to his co-producer, Susan Nagy, and said, "We lost all the money for this. We have no money to make this movie. I'm out of here." And he literally left the country and dropped it all in their hands. So Suzanne didn't want to just let this thing die. So Suzanne, she raises some money. She gets the Hungarian government. They film it. They do. George Clooney, Charlie, Laura, they apparently were huge helps. They were so excited to be, starring in this movie. They were helping out. They made the movie, and then Hungary seized the film because none of the bills were paid. So they figured, fine, okay, you're going to stiff us for the money. We're keeping the movie. 3 years later, a few years later, the 1987, the Cannon Group pays off the Hungarian government, buys the rights to the film, and then goes bankrupt a year later. And the movie went into limbo. It actually had been lost so long that people thought it was just a rumor, that it was a joke, until I think it was around December 2020, so like video of it appeared somewhere of the movie. But the movie was horrible. They had made a giant grizzly bear animatronics that didn't work. I think it's in 1 or 2 scenes, like in Jaws, like you see it, swimming by the boat. So when they got hold of the movie for post-production, there were scenes with the bear. There were scenes with nothing attacking people. People were screaming and running away from nothing. The thing that got me, I was staring at the screen aghast. And you know me, I love bad movies. The songs that they were, the concert itself, the 2 or 3 bands played. So then they brought out the cast band, the actors who were going to be, the in the movie, not the real band members. And they never told the audience. The audience thought they were getting like a 3rd or 4th band for free. And I still am touched to this day by that song, "Get the Milk from the Coconut." I'm not joking. I'm listening to it and I'm rewinding it. It's like, what are they saying? And they're singing the milk. Get the milk from the coconut. This movie eventually made it out. They finally got it post-production. They released it 37 years after it initially started filming.
Jeez.
So you sit there and you look at this and you think to yourself, oh my God, these people put such effort into that. This is going to be the movie that Charlie Sheen, Laura Dern, and George Clooney don't want to admit to. Like Stallone not wanting to admit to being in Death Race 2000. It really isn't good. Most of it is just shots of the audience watching the band members. The death scenes are boring. I mean, you can see the animatronics, and the end of the movie, it's like, I still haven't figured out where the fire came from. But definitely don't watch this movie unless you're completely high and want something that will screw up your minds.
I feel like Scott and I watched 2 totally different movies.
Really?
Yes. There's so much to have fun with in this movie.
Go ahead.
Okay, where do I start? And I don't know who's got feedback. I hope it's not me.
Start at the beginning.
Well, okay, Gimli's in it. The girl from Valley Girl's in it. Nurse Ratchet's in it.
Oh,
yes.
I forgot.
In addition to Charlie Sheen, Clooney, and Laura Dern. So you have all that going on. So there's all these faces that you recognize, which kind of gives it a fun factor. But then you have Gimli with his Shakespearean accent over everything he says, despite being French Canadian. And he's got the power mullet of the 1980s like I've never seen. Joe Dirt envied this mullet. It was so bad. He paints his face, and I mean, it's like, I think I referred to Galaxy Quest. I think Galaxy Quest was inspired by how bad this movie was. From the overacting to the incredibly stupid scenes. My person I watched the movie with had said, I believe, that the bear had a bear recording on a radio that was taken around with him during the fight scenes.
Wow.
There was fireworks, because that's the way to kill a bear. And there was one guy, and I'm so sorry, guys. This movie was so bad for so many reasons. But at one point, there's like the poachers and the ones that they killed the baby bear, and he's gonna he sees the bear and he takes a shot at it, and he takes his rifle and one-handed flips it up and shoots off. Now, nobody ever has hunted like that. It was just a series of just stupid. And then the poachers go, because they know that the big giant 18-foot mama grizzly bear is after them because she's killed their friend. They decide it's a great time to get stinking drunk, dance, and sing. Because that's what poachers do when they're bear hunting. Anyway, it was just a series of ridiculousness. And it wasn't the good kind of ridiculousness. In case y'all noticed, I have referred to Stroke the Furry Wall, because there's one scene where the bear's gonna knock over this with a forklift. Only it's not a bear; it's a big wall of fur.
The fur curtain.
Yep, fur curtain knocks it over.
Ugh.
But yes, this movie was like, if you want to watch a movie that inspires those movies that they make about bad movies, this is the movie that started it all. And that's what I had to say about that.
Big
Really?
Mike, what you got? Me, you call it.
You go for it, man.
I'm just gonna put my head in my hands. This movie has no redeeming qualities.
Yeah.
There is no good part of this movie. And Scott and Hadley had said, yeah, there's this okay and there's that okay, but I just have to disagree. This movie sucks on such an epic level that you would be better off drinking bleach than watching this movie. This
Wow.
is terrible. Don't watch this movie. Don't watch it ever. Please, just no. Oh my God, no. If you take all of the movie, the suckage away, and just listen to the music, you'll kill yourself. The music was so terrible. They're having this, like Scott said, they're having this concert in the middle of a freaking park where there's grizzly bears killing people. And the music itself, granted, I think the bands are all Hungarian from the 80s, is so terrible. And they're trying to rip off, it was before the Spice Girls, but it looks like a rip off of the Spice Girls. There's these 5 or 6 women that are out there and they're just dancing to this song. And I'm listening to the song and I'm like, is that actually music? It was like somebody banging rocks on a tin can. It was terrible. So go back to the film. The special effects are the worst you're going to see in any movie ever in the history of movies. They're so bad. Like Hadley said, fur curtain. It's just literally, it's this square of fur that just comes at you. And like Scott said, you don't see the bear chasing anybody. You just see people running away. Charlie Sheen's trying to scramble up the rocks in the 3 seconds he's in the movie, and he just gets yanked back by the ankle, and he's like, and it's over. And then you never see them again. George Clooney and Laura Dern are fooling around. And I was promised boobs in this movie, and we got none.
What Laura Dern did show was good.
Yeah, it was okay. I mean, she looked good when she was 20. I mean, for sure. And we all do, right? And she's messing around with George Clooney in the sleeping bag, and the bear comes in and is like, and they're dead. But you don't see any of that because Charlie Sheen's off doing whatever he's doing, peeing in the woods because they were drinking. He comes back and is like, oh gosh, golly, oh look at the goo pile, oh bear, and it's like fur curtain comes in like this, and Charlie Sheen tries to get away, grabs him by the ankle, game over. Every decision made in this movie is the worst decision in the world. The bear is like this mutant 15-foot tall bear that wants to hurt people because they had killed, its cub. And like Hadley said, these 4 professional bear poachers are sitting in the woods with this giant freaking death machine hunting them, and they're like, let's get drunk. So it was just, the whole thing was bad. I feel stupider for watching this movie. I want my 2 hours back. I'm insulted. So, Big Mike, what do you got?
You had me at fur curtain.
Yeah, there's
Probably
a lot
would
of
have been
comments about fur curtain too.
I love the beginning of this movie where their poachers are shooting the cubs, and it's the worst CGI ever. It's just like a cart. It's like they drew the blood spurting from the bear's face. That was just like, okay, I know where this movie's going. Nowhere fast. It's a horrible movie. It wasn't even fun.
No.
It wasn't. Grizzly was more fun than this one.
Yes.
And this movie besmirches the memory of my beloved Grizzly movie.
Yeah.
So the only revenge that the Grizzly got was on us watching it.
I know.
Who picked this movie, Alan?
Oh, me. I was going with the bear. I was going with the bear theme, and I heard this was.
Exactly.
I heard this movie was outrageous that you had to watch it. Well, you never had to watch. You never have to watch this movie.
It was definitely outrageous.
No, I'm with Alan on this one. You know, we got a good bear movie. We have to have a bad bear movie. just like we picked the worst bear movie ever.
Yeah. Yeah, it's they should have put a bear on a stick and ran it across the street.
They did.
Or
That's
could
yeah.
what it was. It was
Like
a
a
bear
couple of
head right
scenes,
behind a
yeah, the
person.
couple of scenes you see like the bear head superimposed over people running, but the bear's looking that way.
Oh, also, I forgot to say this. The bear uses fireworks to burn the place down.
Yeah.
The whole concert gets burned down because the bear figures out how to use fireworks and light people on fire.
Yeah. And what about the end when the bear charges the electric fence and then gets stuck in the fence and it becomes part of the concert and everybody's applauding because they think
Jaws
it's
2 did. That was a Jaws 2 death.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You know, and Louise Fletcher, she's a great actress, but she just played the typical, like from Deep Space Nine. She was the concert promoter. This concert was going to go on no matter what. And at the end, like all the people that were providing the money thought it was great. The ending was great, and she's sitting there like, I did good.
Yeah, you really wanted her to get eaten, and she
Oh
didn't.
my God, I wouldn't have even wished that on the bear. That's
And John Rhys Davies, he's never I don't think he's ever met a script he's turned down.
yes.
He's been horrible.
Oh,
You know,
I have to say, I'm kind of loving this movie because it brought out all the snark. Like Snarky Restucci showed up. Snarky Kimbo. Wow.
well, you know, at one time they probably couldn't afford. Well, they couldn't afford to make this movie at the time they made it. But with Clooney and Charlie Sheen and Laura Dern at their top, they couldn't have ever had them three in a movie. Now they could get Charlie Sheen and Laura Dern probably in anything. You know, Clooney's the only one and John Rhys Davies apparently never turns down a movie. Same with Louise Fletcher. So they could get those people back. But I'm not sure they'd get Clooney back.
I mean,
Horrible movie. I was hoping that at least there'd be some fun bear shenanigans, and there really wasn't.
no,
There wasn't a bear.
we couldn't, Tony. We wanted to, but it wasn't streaming yet.
yeah.
Yeah.
Tony I says you should have watched Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. That was actually that was going to be our second movie after Cocaine Bear, but we couldn't get it, so it wasn't released streaming yet.
Yeah.
Streaming.
And Craig, yes, Grizzly was made in 76, not 83. When I said 83, I was thinking Grizzly too.
Oh, okay. That's a classic, man.
That is. I love that. I love the way they get rid of the bear at the end. It's just so. Now it would be considered blasé, but back then it was like, yeah.
Yeah. No, that was cool. Especially being, the age we were back then. It's like, yeah.
Okay, you're not going to give a spoiler. How'd they get rid of the bear at the end?
With a rocket launcher.
Yeah.
Lead launcher.
After everybody was dead except for the park ranger.
Right. Christopher George.
Yep.
Yeah, the bear
do
takes
want
out
to
the
say
the bear
that the
takes
dead
down
bear
the
was a
helicopter.
werewolf.
The bear takes down the helicopter with the rotating blades, and it's coming after Christopher George, and he's laying on the ground. He picks it up, fires it, and then there's this gigantic. You see the bear for a second, then this gigantic explosion.
Yeah. Andrew Prine, he's the helicopter pilot, his buddy.
That's right.
Helicopter, and then the bear gets him. It's like, stay in the helicopter, man. It's like Apocalypse Now. Stay in the boat. Stay in the helicopter. That's a classic, though.
I like that, Ash. That's funny.
It's classic. Well, I don't know why his tiger blood didn't help him in this movie because he died like a puss right away, man.
All right. Ash's comment. I have to say this. There is a movie coming out, Cocaine Cougar.
How about Cocaine Shark?
Meth Gator.
Yeah, Attack of the Meth Gator, but Cocaine Cougar. And I'm not sure if this is like an animal on drugs or if this is a movie about a middle-aged woman in a club wearing a miniskirt.
Cocaine.
There's a lot of sequels to that one.
Yeah.
Now, there is. Look it up. Cocaine Shark. It looks like it was made on a $5 cocaine rolled up bill. Check it out.
All right.
It can't be worse than Grizzly 2.
No, couldn't be.
Can't be.
Well, it's
I think-
probably funnier.
I think Grizzly 2 is probably the worst movie we've ever picked.
I Don't know. Wait, what's that?
I
What's that one I
don't
picked?
know. No, it's the worst movie Alan's picked.
Well, so you guys love Miami Connection.
It was better than this.
Wait. Are you saying that one of my movies was worse than Grizzly 2?
What was Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
I still think that's a classic.
Yeah, I would watch that before I would watch this again.
What's really sad was this movie was meant to be taken seriously.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the difference.
Yeah.
Definitely. Cocaine Bear was a surprise.
Yeah.
Really was. It was.
So was this.
What about Hobo with a Shotgun? It just didn't live up to that.
No, Hobo is much better than this movie.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
so I would probably watch that before I would watch this.
Yeah.
The Burning School Kids.
While I hate that, at least it was.
I'm gonna say that this was better than Hobo with a Shotgun.
I disagree with that.
But I'm gonna say because of the extreme stupidity of it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, when you have your French Canadian bounty hunter saying "devil bear" in a Shakespearean accent, I mean, come on. That's pretty fucking funny. Excuse my language.
Was he supposed to be French Canadian? I thought he was supposed to be Native American because this took place in the
I don't
States.
know. You missed the whole scene where they talked about how he went and lived with the Native Americans and tried to become one.
Oh, I must have been doing something.
Then the next thing you see him running around with his face painted, talking about the devil bear.
Craig Hadley is biased against hobos. She tells us that in secret. She's got a thing about hobos, huh, Rich?
Yeah, for sure.
See, I like Hobo for one reason.
Hey, I watched Hobo with a Shotgun, and neither one of those men did.
That's
Scott
it.
Baker and I
Prove it.
watched.
I thought I
We
watched
admitted
it.
to it. I remember
You did,
that
Scott.
night.
We're talking about the other two, Rich and Alan. They didn't watch it. And it was
It is
Alan's movie.
literally, it's Hobo
Alan's
with a
movie, and
Shotgun
he
is
didn't
the
even watch it.
only movie out of the 400 movies that we've done that I turned off. It's the only
Yeah.
one I didn't finish.
I could.
And I would still watch that over this goddamn thing that we had last night. Forget about it.
Now,
Yeah.
I say take you a little something, chill out, and watch the Grizzly Bear movie before Hobo with a Shotgun.
Well, let me say
Don't
this.
watch either one of them.
Let me say this.
Grizzly with a shotgun.
Grizzly, that would be cool.
Oh God! Don't even say that. You know, Sci-Fi Channel or Asylum Films is going to do it now.
Cocaine Grizzly with a shotgun. Let's start writing it, folks. Put our collective heads together. We can do that.
No, I know Ash is talking about this place that was right near where him and I used to live. Yeah, it was really bad on a Friday and Saturday night.
What, Grizzly? What?
No, it's the boat.
No, but some of the girls, some of the older women that came out of there looked like a grizzly bear. I'll tell you that.
I don't know who Heather is.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
If Rutger Hauer was in it, it would be good. Yeah, you're right, Craig. It should have been in Grizzly 3.
I know.
But
Poor Rutger Hauer.
Don't
Is there
give
a
them any
Grizzly 3?
ideas.
Is there really a Grizzly 3?
No.
Let's dong it
No.
up. What do you guys think? Scott, you go.
So what?
How many dongs?
I give it half of a flaccid, limp dong. 0.5.
Hadley, what do you got?
I'm having to think about it. I'm trying to think what's
I
worse.
thought you were making weird noises. I was like,
I saw your
can't even.
mouth farted on that one. I was like,
No,
uh,
I'm gonna start laughing now, though.
that's good.
No, I don't even know. I think I would probably just give it a disappointing, 4-inch Vienna sausage dong.
That's oddly specific.
I know, right? What do you got, Big Mike?
I'm going to give it a negative chode. A negative chode.
I'll give it a 00 because this thing sucked that bad. I think we get what point? I get half a dong on this whole movie altogether out of 4. That's how bad it was.
I give it a 0.5 because you get to see Laura Dern in her underwear.
I'm giving it a little smoky.
I love how Laura Dern, Clooney, and Charlie Sheen are top billed.
Right?
Their total time in this movie is 5 minutes.
Yeah.
The 3 of them together.
Jeez.
It was that bad. So
They were just happy to go to Hungary.
Oh, it's
I guess so. Free plane ride. Until they almost got arrested, I'm sure, and they were carrying their own stuff around.
Charlie would never do that.
So, what else are y'all watching? Are you watching any series? I know The Last of Us ended. Have you found anything else to watch?
Yeah, I'm watching right now Shadow and Bone, the second season. I'm up to episode 5, I think. It's okay. It's worth watching. Got a couple of things in the wings.
So, Alan, did you watch the season finale of Mayors of Kingstown?
Yes.
No.
It was.
Don't say anything.
Yeah.
Don't see anything, but oh my God, right?
Yeah.
Now I've got to find Taylor Sheridan's got to have something else come out so I can tide me over to the next show.
Yeah. That's it exactly. Watch it, Mayor of Kingston. If you haven't seen it, great show.
It is a very good show.
Yep.
Succession is coming out this weekend. The premiere of the last season. I love
What is
Ted
that?
Lasso. Oh,
Oh, Ted Lasso. Yeah.
Ted Lasso, yeah. Mandalorian.
Yeah, I just watched the new episode tonight. It was pretty good.
So,
Yeah.
what series did we ever decide to tackle next?
I don't think we ever did decide
Yeah.
one.
Pick
Yeah.
one. Pick one now.
I thought we were going to do with that Apple one with the.
Silo?
I don't think Silo comes out until like
Oh.
middle of April.
are you talking about Severance?
No.
No, what's the one that's got Billy Crudup in it?
Oh, something tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we did talk about that. Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah. The English is good, Craig. I like that one.
What's that about?
English. It's Hadley, you saw the English, right?
Yeah, it's a period piece about a woman set on revenge in the West.
It's pretty
Oh. I'm interested in what Tony's talking about. Glory.
All of Us Are Dead reunion. Is it just the same characters, or is it another zombie show, Tony?
You had Scott at Glory. The only word that's missing is whole.
Hole. I was wondering which one of us was going to go there.
Oh man, cool, Tony.
Looking it up right now. The Glory.
Nope, I have to stay home this weekend. Next weekend, I'm going to Virginia. So for
Oh,
off the con.
Cares that scare that cares.
Yes, scares the kid. But this is AuthorCon. They have no celebrities here. It's just writers. So everybody who comes in is going to buy books. So
Yeah.
Scott Baker, you are a celebrity.
I'm what?
You're a celebrity?
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, you've been in one movie, at least. I took it.
Yes. The spy who was completely oblivious.
I thought that was cool. That was very
Once I could have seen 3 videos, and I'm completely oblivious to it.
well, Rich is easy to miss.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
6'5",
Yeah, he blends in.
easy to miss.
Yeah. Well, that was cool of Rich to go down there and see you.
It was. I appreciated that very much.
I had fun. It was good.
Well,
It
good.
was close.
You guys didn't get arrested, huh?
No.
You don't, as far as you know.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he was in that movie called The Manhole, Craig.
Man, oh,
No, Rich came to visit me at the Northeast Comic Con, and he took videos of me at the table without me knowing about it and posted them on Facebook. So, so much for my 23 years of CIA training.
Hey, that explains a lot. China? What?
Yeah. Now, China's the big Asian country, right?
Boy.
So if Tully's still in the chat room, I will ask what's going on Weird Awakenings tomorrow night. I can't remember.
I haven't
Ash
seen
has to avoid period pieces for about 7 days.
Nice.
That's great.
It made me laugh. Comic-Con in September.
There's intriguing movies in the theaters. David Muga. What movies, David? Shazam?
John Wick.
John Wick's
John
out.
Wick.
Oh,
Does that come out this weekend?
yes.
Today, I think. I think it's out today.
Is that Reddick's last movie?
I don't know.
I think he's in Ballerina. I think he's in the what is it, sequel or pre whatever. John Wick about Ballerina. I think he's in that one too. So
Yeah.
it's in the John Wick world, I guess.
Right. And David's right. I definitely want to see 65.
Yeah, that was good. We should do a John Wick show.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I'm down on that for sure.
Yeah.
Wait till the fourth one comes out. We can each pick a Wick movie.
Wow, that'd be great.
Yeah. When it's released on streaming, it'll be about like a month, I would think, too.
If we're talking about future events, we're going to be starting Real Talk with Scott Baker on Tuesday, April 25th.
Ooh.
This is a new show in which I'm going to be talking to screenwriters or traditional writers who have made the transition from books over to screen. And the first person I'm talking to is an old friend of mine, used to visit us at the CIA, Robert Ben-Garant, the screenwriter. And you'll all know him mostly from Reno 9/11.
Oh,
I love him in that.
Yeah, he's great. And he's a sweet guy, too. So he's going to be on the premiere show. I just forgot. April 25th, Tuesday, probably 9 p.m.
Cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
And we've got a lot of stuff going on. We've got a new newsletter that's going to be heading out in April. Crystal Michelle is taking over Weird Murders, Mysteries, and Mayhem. And let's see what else.
When are we getting 10 minutes of Dick?
First episode's going to get recorded tomorrow.
Awesome.
I can't wait for the dick. 10 minutes long.
Is there a break in that 10
No,
minutes?
it's a solid 10 minutes of Dick.
Damn.
It's true.
Solid 10
How
minutes.
do you keep going for 10 minutes?
Zero power, man.
I bet it's going to have lots of dong.
Yes.
Don't give up. That's how it is. Just you got to take one for the team.
Yeah.
10 minutes of one.
That's what she said.
For all of you that don't know, Rich is having his own show called 10 Minutes of Dick, where he reads 10 minutes from a book, right?
Yeah.
Of his choosing.
Yeah. Well, the first one happens to be an Alan Gamboa book. It was going to be Dead Island Dose, but I think I'm going to switch it over to a new one called Hunt the Night.
Really?
If that's okay with Mr. Gamboa.
That's fine, man. I'm honored. Wow.
It's going to happen tomorrow. Yeah.
Wow. Are you sure you want to kick off your show with that?
Yes, I'm quite sure.
Well, I'm honored.
Do the three of you guys first, and then I'll branch out.
Thank you.
I'm up for 10 minutes of Dick.
I've heard that about you.
Yeah. Notice how Hadley's the only one that has enjoyed this conversation. She's smart.
Yep.
Everything that I say would be so wrongly interpreted. I'm just going to be quiet.
Oh, come on. The
Lots of
dog
jokes
lady
going on
doesn't
in Hadley's head.
I'm so funny. I just laugh at myself.
I am reading your new book, Hadley. I'm digging
Well,
the new.
What do you think so far, Alan?
Oh, I like it. I like it. You straightened me out on the name, so that was great. Because
Yeah, I thought about changing the name, but I like it. So.
no, now that I know how to pronounce it, it's really great. So
I have, Hadley, your book, I have Contagion Theory, and I have Hunt the Night at the top of my TBR list. But honestly, I sometimes go 2 weeks without reading anything.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, same here. Same here. It's a curse, man. It really is. Not being facetious, it's just.
I know.
Yeah.
Landis says they won't laugh at me too. You really don't. Nothing good would come out of this mouth tonight.
That's what she said.
I swear she sits there and she throws these lines out to see which one of us is going to be the butthead and respond to it.
Yep. Yes. But Mike Lewis, I sometimes go 2 hours without.
Mike Lewis left my first review for my new book. Thank you, Mike. It was a great review.
Awesome. Nice.
Yeah, I figure someday if I'm laid up or if I have an accident, they keep me in the hospital for a month, then I'm going to get caught up on all my reading.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm not, because you see that bookshelf right there? That's my to be read list.
Oh,
and that's not including Kindle.
Yeah.
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 Okay, so what do we want to do next week?
Oh.
Well, nothing about Grizzlies, that's for sure.
Oh, holy smokes.
No cocaine there.
Oh, we did Grizzly.
Do we want to do another horror movie? We want to do something different.
I may not be here next week.
Where are you going to be?
I might now. Actually, I might be. I'll be in Virginia, but I'm doing the night driving on Wednesday, so I might be able to do it next Thursday. Yeah.
Do a live remote.
Yeah.
Will you be remote, like in the hotel?
Probably in the hotel room. Yeah.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, I'll just have to tell all the hookers to stay in the bathroom.
Yeah, I know. You gotta put them in the bathroom for a minute.
Or I'll just let them do what they want to do in the bed, and our ratings will go up.
Right. True.
We're not that kind of show.
So we want to keep it to relatively newer films. Is that the plan?
I think so. But y'all know what's coming up is my birthday. And last year we did a special show, and word has it we're going to be doing a special show on Friday the 14th. So save the date.
Friday the what?
14th.
14th.
Remember, we're doing the Big Thanksgiving 2 show.
Yes. There is a Thanksgiving too.
Is that the one in space, or is that Thanksgiving 3?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I think as long as any of the movies that are chosen for next time, there got to be boobs or Ash's head might explode.
There were boobs in this.
If his wife catches him watching boobs, his head might explode, but via her shotgun.
There were Grizzly boobs. So they're playing.
There were Grizzly
here. Bear vagina.
That's right. We did have bear vagina in one of them.
Boobs or bust, as Craig says.
Well, we'll have to figure something out then.
We can pick it up tomorrow.
Yeah. Figure it out. Sleep on it. Everybody. Sleep on it, and we'll figure it out. I mean, we figured this one out, I think.
Sure.
We have the collective mind, hive mind here.
We'll have to figure out what's fairly new.
Yeah.
Really? Black Demon.
Yeah.
A real shark.
I saw the preview for it. It looks pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So.
I thought that was the name of a real shark a legendary shark.
It is. It's a legend that I guess it's a legend.
Huh.
Yeah. So. Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, folks, and we'll let you know. We won't shortchange you on when. We'll let you know. So you
We
can
may not pick the best movies, but we have the best reviews.
We got some dongs going on.
Yes.
All right, kids. Well, y'all be sure to leave your likes, thumbs up, all that for the guys. And we'll be back same time next week. And if you're around tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern, we're going to be doing that whole Weird Awakenings thing. And then I think the next show, I think Finley's got a Wild Weird Women coming out soon. I'm not sure on the date. But we'll get back with y'all with all that stuff coming out. Probably Monday or Tuesday, you'll have a list of all the new stuff coming on.
That's sure funny.
Yeah, well, that's only on OnlyFans, so you'll have to find that movie there.
That's why you're going to Virginia.
Yeah, to get away from the police. Thank you.
Until next time, guys. Y'all stay weird.
Good night. Thank you.
Bye. Night, guys.